Yeah, we're out here to climb Huron tomorrow morning. We got here in the evening, so we're gonna do some car camping before we head up, probably about like 4 in the morning or so. Pretty amped. Kemper's focused. A little ways away from the 4-wheel drive trailhead. Ran into a pretty rough rut, so now we're gonna bed down for the night and get up very early in the morning and start up Huron. All right, so we are rigging up to go to sleep. There, accidentally a bunch of bugs got in the car because of having all the lights on and shooting Astro for a while. Think you got anything good?
No.
Well, maybe we'll show you what he got. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
It's not worth seeing. It's really not.
Okay, well, I guess we're not going to show you what it was, even if it was good. There was a bear beating its chest in the background. Kimber just hasn't seen it yet.
I don't think that's possible.
I feel like it is.
Considering the focal length.
We're going to get up at 4. We're going to try to climb Huron, and so hopefully I'll sleep well. I feel pretty good right now, but never can tell with sleeping in the car. But is this your first time sleeping in?
Yep.
That was some thunder.
That was some legit thunder.
It might rain on us tonight. We have the window open, so that'll be a joy to wake up to. Alright, we just woke up, spending the night in Christoph. Ended up raining twice, which is kind of funny. Oh wow, my hair looks crazy. So we're gonna have to get the hat on here. Hide that. Prepped up to leave the car and head up this direction-ish to do Huron. It's amazing how cold it is. I'm very used to it being 80s and 90s, and it's probably 40s, 50s?
Probably.
Something like that. You can see our breath, so very interesting. It has been a while since I summited a mountain, a couple of years probably. Well, a 14er anyway. Recently we did Loveland Pass and got up really high, but it's really fun to be back out doing this because, you know, we've done a lot of lakes and a lot of really awesome trails and gone to national parks and stuff, but we haven't actually done a summit in years, which is kind of incredible. So I am pretty amped to head up into the high country, get up above 13,000, barely above 14,000. This mountain is 14,003 feet tall. The trail today is going to be between 7 and 10 miles, depending on how much we added on from where we parked. It's 7 miles from the trailhead, and then 3,500 feet of gain. Should be very interesting. Alright, so we're up a bit higher. You can see the sun is hitting this peak behind me here. Wonderful orange tones. A nice kind of dark blue background. It's pretty sweet. That color over there though. Whew. Sunrise is really starting to heat up. This timberline is literally right in front of us. There's our first view of Huron itself, which is pretty sweet. I think we may have made it. Hopefully you just saw some sweet shots of those. One of the most interesting things about the mountains is how often the temperature changes. As we were coming through the trees down here trying to get up here, and I was getting really hot, sweating, thinking about taking off my little sweatshirt thing here. Burst through the trees. Like a minute later, I'm cold. Thinking about putting my mid layer on, or another layer on, which is just really interesting, and that happens a lot. Now this is beautiful. Got the sun reflecting off some clouds. It's that kind of lighting, it's hard to describe, but it's beautiful.
Rainbow behind us.
Oh wow, there's a rainbow right there. Woo. It's raining a little bit. It is so quiet out here, and green, and beautiful. This is summer mountains in a nutshell. All the stuff you want to see. It's interesting, we got kind of rained on. Obviously we saw that rainbow, which is super cool. And there's tons of wildflowers around. Having to watch my step on them. Watch so I don't step on them. It's gorgeous up here. Put my colorblind glasses on and it really just like, the place is popping even more. Especially the yellow wildflowers pop out a lot more. The sun's kissing right there is where we're going. We're gonna get there by climbing up this, traversing up and over, finding the ridge, and going up. The wildflower carpeting right there, purples, blues, yellows, awesome. Haven't seen that many colors in that dense of a spot in a while. We're not 100% sure what this is, but we think it's mountain goat fur. They've hung out up here and shed some on the tree branches. So we are up quite a bit higher. You can see the lake that Kemper was by down below here. So we're gaining pretty fast. I think we got probably about another, what, 1,000 feet maybe? Summit's kind of behind me here.
Yes. We're at 12.9, so we have about 1,000 feet, yeah, almost.
There are some very interesting clouds to the northwest. I'll have to keep an eye on those. Thankfully we can see them, so we can keep an eye on them. Just now are making it up to the saddle. Beautiful views. Coming up here in just a second. Oh yeah, you can see Princeton.
I think this one right here is Missouri. This closer summit. I'm pretty sure that's Missouri.
Beautiful. Oh, look at that fun little lake. That fun little lake right there.
There's a lake?
You see, look at that lake down there.
Isn't that snowbank? Oh, I guess it is a lake.
It's reflecting the trees.
Yeah, it's reflecting the trees.
Oh man. So, I don't know, that might not be the actual summit, but that's kind of where we're going. Up there.
It's not. We kind of do zigzag up that, and then there's a little ridge. But we're at 13.5, so
500 feet. So that appears, this storm out over here, appears to be moving, east. So it looks like it's gonna just slip right past us, which is perfect, as long as it does that.
right.
It sure does look like it's going that way. It doesn't look like it's moved closer since it passed some of the mountains back there, so we'll see. Look at this backlit ridge though. Ah, beautiful. These final sections always have their own interesting style. Definitely around here is where I start feeling the altitude more. It's definitely where your steps start to feel a little bit more labored. You start feeling kind of higher than most of the stuff around you, which is really interesting. It's a different it's a different feeling than further down. I was just so used to looking up at the mountains, which we still are. Summit's right over there.
Summit. Boom.
Oh.
That was a nice little push.
The last little bit there at the end was interesting. Wow. Look at the view. So the main storm we were worried about has moved on pretty much, but we're looking at more stuff going on due west of us, which is honestly probably the worst direction. And the wind's pretty good, but gorgeous view. You can see the three apostles. We actually, I guess, couldn't quite see all three of them earlier, so we were slightly off on that. You can see those. You can see Princeton. I believe you can even somewhat see the maroon bells out there somewhere. Didn't get too long at the summit, but the weather definitely looks to be deteriorating.
Yep.
Rapidly. I might even have to put my camera away here in a second, but we'll see.
Yep.
You can see rain rolling in, so
let's go.
Alright, so that first storm blew past. We are now heading down, or maybe, I don't know, 300, 400 feet lower. And with that storm's passing, this storm has arrived. Well, it's coming. It hasn't arrived yet, thankfully. So we are gonna keep going down pretty quick, I think. That one looks like a lot less fun.
It does look like less fun, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
But you got your camera out again.
Oh, you betcha. Wind just picked back up again, so I'm pretty sure to put my camera up again. I think we're in for a fun storm. Alright, so we made it a bit further down the trail here. Tree lines just right down there. You can actually see some trees on both sides of us. That was pretty intense, but I think we probably ended up getting saved the worst of what it could have done anyway. Looks like probably it'll be cycling through storms all day though. It's kind of in a cycle.
Yep, it's in a cycle. Yeah, because it's already building up there again, and it was clear there 15 minutes ago.
Indeed.
So, yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It got kind of slick though, and like boots got muddy. They're actually better already.
Yeah.
And my shoes got muddy, which made them extra slick. But yeah, wonderful hike though. We'll look forward to working our way down through the trees, and there's Handy's again out there. Climb that again maybe. It has been a while since I climbed a mountain, like I said earlier. It's really nice to kind of have that out of the way, you know, kind of get back over the hump of actually doing one again. All right, so we made it back to Christoph. There's Forerunner right over there. So this was a really fun little trip.
Yep.
I think.
Felt a bit like an adventure.
Did indeed feel a bit like an adventure. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, or if you really liked it, give us a subscribe. And we are gonna go about getting home.